Itona's tried to kill Koro Sensei a total of 3 times. It took some convincing, but in the end, he finally joined our class. And so, about a week later...
Well, that just about does it, boys and girls. See you tomorrow. Payday today at long last, so I'll be treating myself to some mouth-watering Shanghai crab. Ye are sung, go!
You could treat us to some!
Is it me, or has our workload gotten crazy hard now that it's second term?
Yeah, well, you can't exactly blame Koro Sensei for trying to get her grades up.
Guess not. It's just that it's been forever since I picked up a chick.
Hey, Itona, are you sticking around? What you working on there?
What's it look like I'm doing? I'm building a remote control tank.
How come?
The octopus. He made me cram all day yesterday. Stressed me out.
Focus on the material, please. Next question.
I'm pissed, so I'm gonna use this to kill him. It's like the idiot said. What's his name? Tarasaka. If I fail 100 times, so be it. Who cares? Only gotta kill the Taskmaster once.
Good way of looking at it.
Wow, this stuff. It's like stupid high tech.
「君のことばかり思ってる」「他のこと見えなくなってる」「必ずそのハート射止める」「誓う」「いけてないのは古い話」「惜しまぬ努力もしたんだし」「無茶ぶりもクリアしてきたはず」「いける」「自信満ちる」「調子ついたその時」「いつだってこうやって突き落とされてしまうのさ」「辛辣でシリアスな君の声が刺さってくる」「何千回何万回僕の気持ち形にして」「打ち込んで投げ込んでだけど君は逃げてくだけ」「クエスチョンクエスチョン僕はクエスチョンクエスチョン」一体クエスチョンクエスチョン君の何をしていたのクエスチョンクエスチョンどうしてクエスチョンクエスチョン君はクエスチョンクエスチョンこんなに近くて遠いのだろう
I mean, is it even for real?
Kudos. This puppy's using modified camera phone parts.
Wow, Itona. You came up with all these tweaks yourself?
It's not really a big deal. I picked up electronics working for my old man. Anybody could do this stuff, except Tarasaka.
What a change. Compared to how he was when he had tentacles, I mean. Still has a sharp tongue, though.
Are you kidding me? That thing barely even makes a sound when it moves or when it shoots.
I used electrical parts instead of gears. Noise cancellation is paramount. The camera feed is linked to the controller. I've got it lined up with the sights on the main gun.
Wow, cloak and dagger.
Okay, suppose you could sneak up on him. Where are you gonna aim?
Where else? That's right. I'll let you guys in on a little secret, you see. Koro Sensei has a single weak spot.
This is news to me.
His heart. It's located directly behind that necktie. If we hit it, we can take him out in one shot.
No doubt he's telling the others about my heart this very moment. Clever child that he is. Assassination promises to be a good deal more fun now that Itona's thrown into the mix.
I'm thinking this could work.
Yeah. All right. Let's give her a test drive. Get a feel for how she handles.
It is better to test it now than watch it break when we need it. Let's make it happen!
See you later, Professor Bitch. Bye, have a good one.
Straight home, ladies. No detours, understood?
Yes, ma'am. Cool, let's get something to eat. Yeah.
Wait, didn't you just say...
Do you see anything? Not a lot. Ugh, this camera totally sucks. Its field of vision is way too narrow.
So, it's not the end of the world. We'll fit it with a bigger
But
one.
that would increase the weight, compromise mobility. Target acquisition would be more difficult.
In that case, we'll just install a fisheye lens on the camera we already have.
Takabayashi!
If we write a program that can correct image distortion in the data feed, even a relatively small lens can give us a wide field of view.
That's good. Right. Fisheye lens with a big viewing angle. I've got it taken care of.
Ritsu,
Hello.
can you build an image correction program for us?
Of course. I have no idea what you're using it for, but I'm on the job.
Takabayashi, you're a genius.
We need to be able to record.
Absolutely. We'll want to analyze the upgrades as effectively as we can.
Weren't we all just put off by an underwear thief?
In the name of assassination, onward! Prototype 0? I'll flip it over.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, man.
There's not much in the way of a suspension system, apparently.
Leave it to me. I know a thing or two about drive mechanics and metalwork.
Doesn't the paint job on the chassis stand out like a sore thumb?
That's combat camouflage. Unless we want our target seeing the tank from a mile away, we need it to blend in with the school.
I got this. Classroom camouflage. Consider it done.
We should chart out the territory at RC scale. In the name of better maneuvering, I'll draw us a detailed map.
They, really get into it when Smut's on the line, huh?
It's kinda creepy.
Sup? Transmission's ready. I finished it last night.
Oh. And I made us all breakfast.
Hey, think it'll stand out now?
This is great and all, guys, but, you do get that this is for an assassination plan, right?
Yeah, whatever you say, President Poverty, sure. Okay, let's give this sucker a proper field test before all the girls show up.
Yeah!
Funny how nobody's tardy on a day like today.
Ritsu won't boot up until precisely 8 o'clock. You see, I didn't want her to see what we were doing.
Oh, yeah.
Take it easy. We don't want to flip over again.
Step aside. I want to take a shot.
Turns out, there was no reason to worry whether Itona would fit in with us. He did better than most, actually. Smut, killing, making stuff. Talk about hitting all the right buttons. All of a sudden, he was the center of attention.
Itona, this thing should have a code name. Seems only fair it should come from you.
I'll give it some thought. The tentacles once asked me what kind of person I wanted to be. I told them I wanted to be strong. Soon, that was all I could think about. My mind raced with images of fighting, winning.
Over time, you could spin even the weakest material into good, strong thread. Itona means becoming thread, you know. Remember that.
How did I forget my roots? It's in my name.
Damn it! It crashed. Watch what you're doing, Tarasaka.
Shut up! It's not my fault.
Becoming thread. This is where I'm finally gonna live up to it.
It's a monster! Pull out!
No, fire! Crap, the main gun's not strong enough!
It's okay, we'll tweak that too. Oh, damn. Outdone by a squirrely little weasel.
Next time, we need to designate who's what, which means first off, we need a gunner. Chiba?
Yeah, sure.
It's all right. Screw-ups are a part of the process. We all agree Itona 1 was a dud, so We'll just keep spinning till it gets stronger. I might fail 100 times, but I'll be sure to kill him before it's all said and done. You've got my back, right, guys?
Of course we do.
Nothing binds like bloodlust. I think this is going to be fun.
Okay, back to the drawing board, men. We put our heads together, this baby will be looking up skirts by March.
When did that become the goal?
What's all this I hear about skirts?
Toka! It's not what you think! We were talking about the kind of skirts you put on cars!
Yeah, sure.
Boys suck.
Uh-huh. And whose big idea was this? Itona, perhaps you'd care to tell me.
Okajima.
What?
Ah, good morning, everybody. Oh, hey, Okajima. About that program you wanted for correcting fisheye lens distortion. I finally have it ready.
Hang on, it wasn't me, all right? Tell him!
Tell him what? Don't try to pull me into this, you perv.
You have got to be kidding me!
Guys, we really ought to fess up.
Whether you do or don't, it's clear you're all involved in this disgusting scheme.
Boys make me want to puke.
What's going on in here?
Why don't we just call it a crime of passion?
So it's true, boys really do only think about one thing.
Karma, I'm gonna ditch class today. Where's a good spot to go?
Wow, so you can talk. Follow me.
Hey, where are you going? Hold on!
Apparently, Itona's a cooler customer than we thought.
So that's what Itona means in kanji. Well, I think it's awesome. Yeah.
Becoming thread. Pretty cool.
It is what it is. Lots of kids in the class have weird names.
Hang on a sec. Justice. I thought your name was Masayoshi.
Yeah, if you write it out in kanji, but my parents insist on saying justice. Koro Sensei's just nice enough to say it my way.
When they called you at opening ceremonies, I got nervous hearing them yell justice.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know, and when they do it again at closing ceremonies, it'll be even more public humiliation.
Kimura's parents are both in law enforcement. Apparently, they're very passionate about the fact that they're cops.
When I was a kid, I'd complain about having a weird name, but Mom and Dad would just get all upset at me. They didn't put a whole lot of thought into the kind of hell they were setting me up for once I started going to school.
You can't expect parents to have your best interests at heart. Does a cute name like Kirara go with this face? Seriously? My name makes me sound like a sparkly princess.
Yeah.
My mom lives in her own little fantasy world. When the least little thing threatens to break the illusion, she goes into full-blown hysterics. You have any idea what it's like growing up in a house like that? Well, it doesn't make living up to a ridiculously adorable name any easier.
Getting saddled with a weird name? How do you poor bastards manage to cope? What? Oh, come on. What's not to love about being named Karma? Both of my parents have pretty bizarre taste, and I guess I inherited that from them.
Come to think of it, I'm far from satisfied with my name.
Hang on, I thought you liked being called Koro Sensei. Kayano gave you that name, didn't she?
It's because I like it that I'm not satisfied. There happen to be two people in this very room who refuse to address me accordingly. At best, Mr. Kurasuma talks to me using nothing but, hey, hey you. What are we, a middle-aged couple?
We're adults. We don't say things like Koro Sensei because it makes us sound like idiots.
Here's a thought. We could call each other by specially chosen codenames, couldn't we?
Are you serious?
Yeah! I mean, codenames are actually kind of appropriate for this classroom. The assassins we met on the island all had one. Remember? They used them to keep their real names a secret. Personally, I think it made them sound really polished and professional.
Yes, of course. That's an excellent idea. Here's what we'll do then. Write down a suggested codename for each of your classmates and place them in the box. We'll call each other by whatever codenames I draw out.
Sounds like fun, but won't we have to do separate drawings?
I'm writing down the first thing that pops in my head.
Also, I should mention this. For the rest of the day, real names are forbidden.
What?
Baseball Geek, come in, Baseball Geek. Can we confirm that the target's on the move?
Sorry, lanky artist, that'd be a negative. Codename Dedensis is still hiding out there somewhere in the pine trees. President Poverty's team will come up from the rear and chase him toward the swamp. When he's out in the open, Hot and Cold Sniper will take the shot.
All right, let's do this.
Congratulations! You just let your target slip away from the scene. Shape up, womanizing scumbag. I told you, always hold your gun at firing height.
I'm not letting you get away. Director Mushroom, Mistress Kanzaki, Fluffy Stag Beetle, he's headed your way.
Don't worry, we've got him! He pulled a fast one!
Home plate! Lufa! Picture book graduate!
I'm on it!
That's right, keep those eyes on the ground.
Nicely done, Pseudo Takaoka.
Don't get comfortable. Scoring a hit on me doesn't mean anything. It certainly doesn't mean you can get him. Poison specs, forever flat. If I can see your positions, I can dodge your shots.
He spotted us! Dignified Didact, take over!
All right, English last. Gender, you two get a move on.
Roger that.
Nice shooting. They didn't give away their position. That has to be thanks to Dignified Didact's leadership. Keep your distance back there. Wait for your chance. Terminal perv in this manga is amazing. Aren't too bad either.
Semi-senioritis has blocked the escape route. It's all on you now, dating sim emo character.
Dating sim emo character! I told you a sniper has to assume his target is always on high alert.
I know. But the one taking you down is Justice.
How'd it go? Using those code names felt pretty good, huh?
Actually, it was kind of painful.
Scrunchies and boobs, really? Try being called Amazing Ape all day.
Yes. Well, I see.
Could someone explain what Boxamoe means?
Isn't it pretty obvious?
Excuse me, sir?
Yep.
My codename was just the same thing as my real one.
Correct. Because I knew what you'd be doing in PE. Given your agility, it was all but certain you'd have a special role to play. And considering the moves you showcased out there this afternoon, I'd say Justice fits perfectly.
You bet it does.
Now, rest assured, Kimura, my boy. If you don't like it, requesting a name change is simply a matter of filling out the right paperwork.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You should bear in mind, however, if you wind up being the one to actually assassinate me, I'm certain people are going to be quite gracious about your name. Justice indeed, they'll say. Why, what else do you call the man who saved the entire world, huh? Honestly, there's very little significance to the names our parents give us. We don't choose what we're called, but we can choose what people come to associate with it. Names don't make us who we are. They're merely part of what we leave behind as we walk through life. Footprints in the sand. That said, cherish them. If nothing else, for their potential. Justice, for example. Why not hold on to that until after the assassination? What do you say?
Yeah, I think I will.
Now then, since everyone got to use their code names today, it's only fair that I divulge my own. From this point forward, kindly refer to me as follows. Prince of the Fateful Eternal Wind.
Why do you get to pick one that's all fancy-smancy?
And wipe that smug look off your face!
Oh, come on! Just for one day then, please!
And for the rest of the day, Koro Sensei was referred to by a very different name.
Call me!
The octopus and the idiotic perverted chicken!
Octopus?
Well, that was fun.
The codename thing was a blast. Maybe you'll let us do it again sometime.
Hope so. Right, picture book graduate?
Shut your face, baseball geek.
Call the burn unit.
My codename doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, and while we're at it, whose brilliant idea was forever flat? Like that means anything.
So it was you.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, I could go for a bowl of that disgusting ramen. Let's go.
Not cool, man. He's fitting in with Tarasaka's group pretty well.
Sure looks like it. And so time marched on. All of us determined to give second term everything we had. Of course, being E-class, it was more or less a given that the good times wouldn't last forever.
Dare I ask how things are coming along?
Of course. I trust you realize any response short of exceptionally well would be unacceptable for A class.
Things are going exceptionally well. Any student who lags behind gets left behind, period. I have no patience for slackers. None. I rule with an iron fist. And when it comes to midterms, the bar has been raised.
That is encouraging. However, it appears you are still the subject of much derision among the student body. Letting E class get the better of you in the first term? It's not a stain that washes out.
Let people say what they like. I'll crush them!
Will you now? At its most basic, this institution is divided into two groups, the weak and the strong. Which group you belong to is on principle of no consequence to me. That being said, allow me to offer you a little guidance. True leadership requires an aptitude for winning. And on top of that, to triumph, a leader must first consider the where and the when, and the how will soon follow. Should a loophole present itself, it is to be exploited mercilessly. Good word, aptitude. Something without which you haven't a prayer in the world of besting me, Asano.
Very well. Then my aptitude will be on full display, Mr. Principal, sir.